If you're tuning into this video, you're most likely already familiar with the Rudimental Ritual. But for those of you who are not, the Rudimental Ritual is an exercise that was created by Alan Dawson that takes you through 86 rudiments and is meant to be played by memory, accompanied by an ostinato pattern in the feet, usually a samba or a bassa beat. I was first introduced to the ritual sometime in the late 80s, but decades later I happened upon a YouTube instructional published by Gordy Knudtson addressing a very interesting take on the open-close technique. His videos were so compelling that I began studying directly with him and have been for approximately 3 years now. As I became more proficient at his unique approach to open-close, I couldn't help but want to apply it to the rudimental ritual. In this video, I'd like to show you how I began to adapt the open-close technique with the rudimental ritual using Gordy Knudtson's method. I highly recommend that you check out Gordy's explanation of open-close and have included links to his videos in the description below. But for the purpose of this video, I'll demonstrate the 2, 3, and 4 note strokes. We'll need these to transition over to the rudimental ritual. So for example, the 2 note stroke is a complete cycle of open-close. So this motion controls the first and second stroke of the 2 note stroke. When applied to the drum, it looks like this. If we insert a bounce between the open-close, we get the 3 note stroke, which looks like this. And if we insert 2 bounces between open-close, we get the 4 note stroke, and that looks like this. Once you're able to do this in both hands, you'll be ready to combine these strokes into what Gordy calls interwoven. One way to help you execute these strokes is to think about chasing the leading hand. So for example, the 2 note stroke interwoven would look like this. Open, open, close, close, open, open, close, close. Notice how the left hand is chasing the right. You can also do this with the 3 note stroke. Open, open, bounce, bounce, close, close. Open, open, bounce, bounce, close, close. And also the 4 note stroke. Open, open, bounce, 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 close, close. Open, open, bounce, 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 close, close. Making the connection between open-close and the rudimental ritual is a bit of a challenge and takes some effort when applying the mechanics of the hands to all 86 rudiments. I thought it would be best to start with the single stroke roll, not only to establish the technical approach, but also to learn the signature characteristics of the rudimental ritual. For example, all rudiments are arranged in 4 or 8 measure phrases. So the single stroke roll begins with 4 measures of eighths, followed by 4 measures of triplets, followed by 4 measures of sixteenths. So I'm going to demonstrate the single stroke roll as it's written in the rudimental ritual, leading with the right, chasing with the left, using the 2 note stroke. The singled 4 was in fact what got me thinking about applying this approach to the rudimental ritual. Similar to the single stroke roll, the singled 4 uses the interwoven 2-note stroke. I'll demonstrate again leading with the right hand and chasing with the left. The strokes of the singled 4 can also be used for the 4-stroke ruff. Although more compressed, the mechanics are exactly the same. Now I'll play the 4-stroke ruff as it's written in the rudimental ritual. A couple of things you want to watch out for. Be careful that you place the main note on the beat and not the grace notes. And be careful in measures 3 and 4. The quarter note triplet adds another layer of difficulty. So don't cheat these notes. I would recommend using a metronome to check your placement. The next couple of rudiments combine the strokes a little bit differently. The singled 5, or the 5-stroke roll as it's referred to in the chop builder section of the rudimental ritual, uses the 2 and 3-note strokes. The leading hand will use the 3-note stroke and the chasing hand will use the 2-note stroke. When interwoven, it looks like this. Here's how the 5-stroke roll appears in the rudimental ritual. The singled 7, or the 7-stroke roll, also found in the chop builders section of the rudimental ritual, uses the 4-note stroke and the 3-note stroke. The leading hand will use the 4-note stroke, and the chasing hand will use the 3-note stroke. Here's how it looks like when interwoven. Here's the 7-stroke roll as it appears in the rudimental ritual. All rudiments in this video use the interwoven single using the 2, 3, and 4-note strokes in this way, and they're the only 4 of the 86 rudiments that follow this approach. I'll be posting more about the remaining 82 rudiments and how I apply the open close in the future, so keep an eye out for that. To get notifications on updates to my videos, please subscribe and ring the bell. I always appreciate likes, and I'd love to hear what you have to say, so feel free to comment below. That's all for this video. Keep an eye out for ones in the future. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.